it's me, Renee. I'm back. You know what? I'm gonna do like that's better. Yeah, that's better. And yeah, I decided to go all fancy. I have a little fancy blouse on because really. And yeah, my mascara is being weird, and that's how it is. Yeah. It's now the 10th of as of filming. It's the 10th of June. This is going up tomorrow, so 11th of June. So 11 days in, and June has, let me just check, 2 weeks and a few days. So I suppose we're kind of into it. Well, I suppose it's just second week, but like, it already feels like we're into the month in a way. Well, in a way we are. But yeah, this is my kinda late TBR. Also, first I planned to just do a few, and now looking at the pile, it's kind of a big-ish pile of books. But as always, it's tentative. It can change. But yeah, these are some books that I kind of want to read. A few of them are library books, and I'm thinking that I either gonna read them soon, or I'm just gonna return them and then read them later on. But yeah, so I'll go with them first. First, we have Shardman Metardman, which is a fact book, non-fiction book about the stomach. It wasn't stomach. It's called something else. It's called. Can't remember. I'm gonna check it out. You know what? I'm gonna check it out now. Give me a moment. Yeah, figure it out. So tarm is Norwegian for guts. So this is a book all about the guts and how that works. Kind of interesting, I suppose, in a way. But yeah, this came out actually like 8 years ago. Actually, 2014, 7 years ago, 7, 8, 9, around that. But yeah, I actually started this today, and I do kind of enjoy it. So cross my fingers, I'll actually finish it. But yeah, so far I've read the preface, and it is quite interesting. And yeah, hopefully I'll get to it. Also, it's supposed to be raining soon, so that might make it easier to read more. I suppose it shouldn't really make it easier because I read when it's rain or shine or whatever, but yeah, sometimes it's kind of easier to read when it's raining, at least in my head. And then we have Detroit, an American autopsy by Charlie Duff. So he's a journalist. He's from Detroit. He's been moved around, and yeah. So this is his story about Detroit. Detroit used to be one of the United States' biggest and most richest cities, and now it's Detroit, the city where it's just so dangerous and full of crime and stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of like a biography, kind of look at Detroit. It's called an American autopsy, so it's also about America in general. Well, United States in general, not America. America is a continent. You can't really say America when you talk about United States. It's kind of silly, really. But yeah, so this intrigues me very much. A friend of mine has recommended it, and yeah, hopefully I'll actually get to it. And then we have Norske pirater og sjørøvere, which is kind of weird because when you think about it, so pirates you can probably guess is pirates. Sjørøvere is also pirates. It's kind of a different word for pirates. No, in which we say both sjørøvere and pirates. So in a way, I think they're very synonymous. I mean, most words, like if there's two different words for the same thing, often they have a slight difference. I don't think there's any difference here. So like, kind of redundant title really. So it'll be in English it kind of be Norwegian pirates and pirates, which is a bit weird. But yeah, started a few weeks ago actually, just procrastinating with it. But it's not a big book at all. And yeah, it's about Norwegian pirates, non-fiction book. And yeah, hopefully I'll finish it soon. And then we have some other books that are not library books, but yeah, still. Also, yeah, I kind of want to tell you, I kind of have slightly a theme to my TBR pile of possibilities, though my TBR always is tentative, so kind of always is pile of possibilities. But yeah, my theme to June is I'm gonna read LGBTQ plus books because Pride. Though in a way it's kind of weird because often people like talk like June, Pride Month, and yeah, I suppose it is because Stonewall happened in the United States and I kind of started Pride. But like Pride Month kind of isn't really one month because I think Australia has Pride Month in March. Maybe it's UK. I think one of them has a different month. And in Norway, well, in Stavanger, a city where I live more or less, the Pride Month is in August. So Pride is not really one month. Well, it is one month, one place, and then a different place, a different month. But I felt like, well, a lot of bookshops are doing it in December. Well, December, sorry, in June. And like, why not read it in June? As well as, of course, later on in August and other days. And yeah. So first we have The Reckless Afterlife of Harriet Stokes. So technically, I don't know if this has LGBTQI plus aspects to it, though it's not impossible because this author has written with those characters before, so I'm guessing it's quite probable. Though I haven't checked, but still want to read it. Is Lauren James herself queer? I'm not sure either. I haven't checked that out. No. At the moment, you know what, I'm gonna check it out and put it in the description so you know that. And then we have, sorry, The Mermaid, the Witch, and the Sea, which is a LGBTQIA plus story. It's pirates. It has an gender fluid protagonist, and I also think the protagonist, like, it's gender fluid. It's their gender fluid. Could have been it's their gender fluid, and also I think the protagonist loves any gender. So there's two aspects to it there. And the author is non-binary, so there's lots of elements to it here. And the book itself, it's, well, as you can see, it's pirates. Pretty sure it's like fantastical pirates, like there's some magic in it as well. As well as you have the mermaid, witch, and the sea, so when you have a witch in the story, there's some magic in there. And yeah, I've had this for some months now, and I think it came out last year. Yeah, last year. It's actually one of my anticipated books of last year. Didn't get to it. I mean, there's so many books you anticipate. Can you get to them all the same year? You can't. At least I can't. But yeah, this one, I want to get to it. I still, if you, maybe you remember, like, this year actually I've become like a non-fantasy mood. Like, lots of the books that I've read, I can't, well, the, the books that I've tried to read are fantasy haven't really stuck with me. I haven't really been in the mood really for them. I have some exceptions, but mostly I've kind of been more in the mood for other stuff. So you might ask yourself, well, why are you putting fantasy on your TBR books, TBR video then? Well, I'm a moody reader, and maybe one of these tends to be moody exceptions. I don't know. I want to read them, so hopefully. But yeah, then we have A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Bennett. No, Tito Brennan. This is the first in so let's say trilogy. It's not a trilogy. I think it's 5 books. It's a first in a series. It's alternative historical book. I would say, like, okay, so it's kind of, it's set in a different world which has like France and Europe and like England like geography, but it's different names. And there's also dragons. And yeah, I've heard very good things about this series. So yeah, quite intrigued. And then we have The Dark and the Deepest Red by Anna-Marie McLemore. Anna-Marie McLemore is a non-binary author. They're also Latina or Latinx, which I kind of want to read more about more authors from there this year. So yeah, and also the it's also a fairy tale retelling. I think this is a retelling of Cinderella. Might be. And, no, might be of the 12 Dancing Princesses. Okay, I'm not quite sure, but I do know it's a fairy tale retelling. And yeah, I haven't ever actually read anything by Anna Marie McLemore, sorry, and before, but I've heard good things. So yeah. And then we have The Ink and Iron and Glass by Gwendolyn Clare. It's a high fantasy, but it's based on historical Italy. And I have had this for about a year plus actually now. But yeah, I very much want to get it. And then we have The Good Luck Girls by Charlotte Nicole Davis, which is a book set in the Wild West, or alternative Wild West, with also monsters. So there's a gang of girl monster hunters, and it just sounds so good. And then we have an enormously English monsoon wedding by Christina Jones. She's a black British author, romance author mostly, I think. I haven't read anything by her before, but yeah, this kind of seems fun. And yeah, I've been much more into romance lately. Well, adult romance this last year. And yeah, this seemed cool. The tagline is Bollywood comes to Berkshire, which sounds cool. Then we have Havenful by Sarah Holland. This is the first in a series. It's a British author. It's urban fantasy series. So like the Havenful is a city in our world that also is kind of like a meeting place between our world, Bern, Fjordenkill, and Solaria. So there's three different realms or worlds that have like a passageway for this city Havenful. And yeah, it just sounds very interesting. Also beautiful cover. And yeah. And then we have Heartless by Gail Carriger. I started rereading this, I think, in April, no, in May, quite a few weeks ago now. And yeah, it is one of my favorite series. But I've been very moody this year, as I said before, and I just kind of haven't finished this reread of this book. Don't really have a reason. I just kind of distracted by other books, and yeah. I mean, I can't really say because I've just been not in a fantasy mood because I've read some fantasy books this year. I also read some historical fiction books this year, so I have read things are decent to this one. So yeah, I don't know. Mine sometimes is a mysterious place. Also, in addition to those, I also have some audiobooks that I want to get to. Though I have very many audiobooks that I have my potential TBR. So I think those I'll just kind of just add in my wrap up because a lot of them could work really for my plans. Oh yeah, sorry. So my TBR it's both queer books, but also I also want to read. Well, I want to focus on the library books because I want to read them. I just haven't gotten to them yet. So those are my focus really. So queer books, the library books, and also I want to read some books by Black authors because Juneteenth. It's a very important day in African American history. It's when they got the vote. So yeah, because of that, I kind of want to read some Black authors. You might think like black, what's the word again? Historical authors. Well, that could be, but not just that. Just kind of in general, really. And yeah, I had actually planned for this to be like a small TBR, but yeah, small video. As you know, it's become 50 minutes, and I think I'm just gonna stop this video here, and I'm gonna film a next video for next plan really. And yeah, If you have any thoughts on these books, if you have any cool books you want to talk about, please do. And I'll see you later. Bye.